In this video, we're diving into an unexpected consequence of Trump's tariffs, a significant boost in domestic tourism. As rising costs redirected travelers' focus, Americans began to rediscover the beauty and adventure right in their own backyards. We'll explore how these tariffs unintentionally reshaped travel habits and their economic ripple effects, highlighting popular hotspots and the increased love for local destinations. Join us as we unpack this surprising turn of events and what it means for the future of tourism in America. 1. Tariffs. An unexpected catalyst for American travel. It's surprising to think that a political move aimed at protecting American factories would end up making people pack their bags for road trips across the USA. When President Trump slapped tariffs on billions of dollars worth of imports in 2018 and 2019, he wasn't thinking about vacationers. But as prices for foreign goods and overseas flights crept up, Americans began looking for alternatives that wouldn't break the bank. Suddenly, exploring the wonders of their own country became not just practical, but appealing. The tariffs became a kind of invisible hand, nudging families, couples, and solo adventurers toward national treasures and hidden gems close to home. What started as a trade war quietly sparked a booming wave of domestic tourism no one saw coming. 2. Rising costs steer travelers homeward. For many families, the math simply stopped working in favor of international travel. Airfare to Europe or Asia shot up as airlines passed higher costs onto customers, while imported travel essentials like luggage and electronics also became more expensive. According to the U.S. Travel Association, domestic travel spending skyrocketed to $1 trillion in 2019, a 3.5% jump from the year before. Instead of long-haul flights, Americans packed the car for road trips or hopped on domestic flights to see places like the Grand Canyon or the Great Smoky Mountains. The shift wasn't just about saving money, it was about making the most of what was close, familiar, and suddenly far more affordable. 3. Domestic tourism's economic ripple effect. Local economies across the U.S. felt the buzz as more people vacationed stateside. Every dollar spent by a domestic traveler created a ripple. Hotels, diners, amusement parks, and tour operators all saw their revenues climb. The National Association of Travel Organizations highlighted that each dollar invested in domestic tourism yielded about $3 in broader economic impact. Towns that once relied heavily on international visitors found new life from Americans rediscovering their own backyard. Small businesses, from quirky roadside attractions to cozy bed and breakfasts, flourished as a fresh wave of travelers came through their doors. 4. Changing habits. A new love for local adventures. Americans' travel preferences shifted almost overnight. Instead of dreaming about Paris or Tokyo, people began planning trips to Nashville, Sedona, or the Florida Keys. A survey by the American Hotel and Lodging Association revealed that 70% of respondents were now planning to travel inside the U.S., largely because of rising international costs. This wasn't just about necessity, it was about connection. People felt a new sense of pride and curiosity about their own country, eager to experience local food, history, and natural beauty. What once felt ordinary now seemed extraordinary. 5. Social media sparks wanderlust for homegrown destinations. Instagram and Facebook feeds filled with photos of misty forests, desert sunsets, and quirky small towns, all within U.S. borders. Travel bloggers and influencers turned their focus to stateside adventures, inspiring millions to do the same. Hashtags like #SeeAmerica and #RoadTripUSA began trending, with users sharing tips, itineraries, and breathtaking photos. This online energy became a powerful marketing tool, pushing even more people to consider domestic travel. As a result, places that had once flown under the radar suddenly found themselves in the social media spotlight, welcoming visitors from across the nation. 6. Hotspots. Where the crowds flocked. Some regions saw the benefits of this trend more than others. Florida, California, and Colorado became magnets for vacationers seeking sun, surf, or snowy peaks. The Florida Division of Tourism reported an all-time high of over 126 million visitors in 2019, while California's beaches and wine country saw record foot traffic. But the magic didn't stop with the usual suspects. Smaller towns and off-the-beaten-path destinations also enjoyed the influx, as travelers sought quieter spots to avoid crowds. This spread of visitors helped balance the benefits across the country, giving a boost to places that aren't typically in the limelight. 7. National parks. America's natural wonders shine. National parks became the crown jewels of this new domestic tourism boom. The National Park Service tallied a record 327 million visits in 2019, a 4% jump from the prior year. Families and solo travelers alike flocked to parks like Yellowstone, Yosemite, and Zion, eager to escape urban life and reconnect with nature. Camping reservations hit new highs, and park rangers noted surging interest in hiking, kayaking, and wildlife spotting. The movement wasn't just about sightseeing, it was about wellness, adventure, and a newfound appreciation for America's breathtaking landscapes. 8. Growing pains. Overcrowding and infrastructure strains. With all this new attention, some destinations quickly felt the pinch. Popular parks and cities struggled to keep up with the flood of visitors, leading to crowded trails, packed parking lots, and long waits at attractions. Local governments hustled to expand services, from shuttle buses to waste management, but not all were equipped for the sudden spike. Residents voiced concerns about preserving the character of their communities, while businesses wrestled with supply and staffing shortages. The boom brought prosperity, but also growing pains that forced many places to rethink how they manage tourism. 9. Looking ahead. Will domestic tourism stay strong? As the dust settles, experts are watching to see if this love affair with domestic travel will endure. The U.S. Travel Association predicts a steady rise in Americans choosing to vacation closer to home, even as international travel slowly becomes more affordable. Economic factors continue to play a role, but so does the emotional connection travelers now feel to their own country. Many say they plan to keep exploring new states, cities, and parks, drawn by the convenience, affordability, and variety the U.S. offers. The trend may have started by accident, but it could reshape the way Americans vacation for years to come. 10. Lessons learned from an unlikely tourism boom. The unexpected surge in domestic tourism revealed just how adaptable Americans can be. Faced with rising international costs in an uncertain world, travelers found joy and adventure in places they might have overlooked before. Businesses learned to pivot, communities learned to welcome new visitors, and the country as a whole rediscovered its own backyard. The story of Trump's tariffs and the resulting tourism boom is a reminder that sometimes the biggest impacts come from the most unlikely sources.